What's up, YouTube? Welcome to BC. Dude, don't smile like that. Just focus.
YouTube.
What's up, YouTube? Today.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? Today, it's Braedon and I.
Today it's Braedon and I.
Also known as, he'll be the translator for all you Australians out there. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
So today it's Braedon and Caeden.
Gore.
Also known as
Also
BC
known
Pro.
as BC Pro.
And today it is episode 16 that you will be listening to. But as you may notice, it's just Braedon and I. And we want to take, when it's just him and I, we want to go into like a more of a topical discussion. Topical. I like that. That might be one of my new favorite words, by the way. Topical discussion.
Run from the top. I'm joking.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
Topical discussion. And today we wanted to talk about leadership and what that means. Because Braedon, I think he's an outstanding leader. I
have two things.
Okay.
One thing. There's this guy, he runs, his name's Cody Ko.
Okay.
And so he'd run marathons and everything, ultra marathons. And he ran it in Australia. So he'd hear while running, "Gore, go Cody Ko. Run, Cody Ko. Run. Gore.
That's amazing.
Like, choo, core.
Oh, that's good.
That was one. Two, we've been straight pooping.
Straight what?
On Saturdays.
Straight what?
Pooping.
Pooping?
What'd you say?
I said pooping. You're saying pooping as well.
That's a little TMI.
Wait, okay. Are you
straight
messing with me?
pooping?
What? What are you saying?
What do you mean?
Say it one more time.
We're straight pooping.
That one. You're saying
that was
pooping.
too obvious. Yeah.
Well, the reason why is because you texted me, "Hey, we're pooping on Saturday."
I think it's funny because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on Saturday, we're going pooping. But, like, pooping with the boys.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But, like, you know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's funny to do those typos on purpose.
We have been straight pooping.
That's right. We've been on, last 2 weeks, been on the winning teams.
We have.
Destroying everyone. Lockdown D and the workhorse.
The shooter.
Running.
The straight shooter.
So,
You know, Braedon... Braedon.
Yes. I'm right here.
Yeah.
You're saying so, Braedon. Yeah, I'm right here.
So what? Braedon is very he under what is that word? If like you think that you're not as good as what people may say, like you're your biggest critic.
Under negotiation.
Yes. So Braedon underwater negotiates himself in the fact of, when he is doing something, he sometimes does not think he does as well. As saying. So, just stop. So Braedon actually is an amazing shooter.
So we were talking today about leadership.
No, we weren't. We're
going to be talking about leadership today. What do you think about that?
What?
How do you spell leader? Is it an acronym for something?
I don't know. You tell me.
L.
L for what?
Leader. E. Eater. A. Ader. D. Der. E. R.
Leader.
Relentless.
You know, there
R
probably is an acronym for that.
Oh yeah, there's an acronym for everything.
Could you...
E.
Why are you starting with E? Oh, leader. So you're going...
For everything.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Caeden said he wanted to start wheezing while laughing.
I do. I think that'd be so cool if I was like...
You're not making noise.
So like, say a joke.
Wheezing is like you make a noise.
Say a joke.
What do you call an inmate that takes his own mugshot?
I'm not sure.
A selfie. You're not doing it.
You try it.
Okay.
So I was walking into a bar. And my friend said, "Watch out." I said, "What?" And then I hit the bar. Bro's an actual... You sound like an actual whale, dude. That's not wheezing. That's not... Anyways, let's go to the acronym.
Dude, the
again.
face that you have to make to wheeze
is crazy.
Don't zoom in on that, please. Oh my goodness.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about leadership. And when it's us, again, topical discussion, we're going to be really focused right now. We're locked in now. There's no more jokes. There's no... Let's get serious. And so these are going to be a little bit on the shorter end, but they're going to be very smart and thoughtful. So,
great word choice.
So you're older than me, correct? Correct?
Yes.
And you've lived life longer than me. So tell me about what does leadership mean to you?
What does leadership mean to me?
Yeah. Like if you hear the word leadership, what
I think
comes
of
to
like
mind?
a captain.
A captain?
Yeah, like on a pirate ship.
Captain in a pirate ship?
Like Captain like Jack Sparrow.
He was not a leader though.
Was he not?
No,
oh, he wasn't. All right. I know. I think when it comes to teams, a leader is a person that leads by example.
Yeah.
And he leads a team.
So when because you could be put in a leadership position and the team could fail, or you could be put in a leadership position and the team could succeed. Do you think it's the leadership that makes the difference? No. What makes the difference?
I think if you have a good, solid team that's running, you can take leaders and put them in and put them out. If you create systems, yeah. Now, it takes a good leader, I'd say, maybe to get to that level, to create that system. But after that system's created, the idea, and we've heard from other leaders, is like, you don't always want to be in this position. You want to raise someone else up to take your spot. I think that's what a good leader is, someone that can lead people to then, for a business realm, take their spot. You kind of want to be constantly elevating, raising. But I think you don't need a leader when you have a great system. But I think it does take a leader to create a great system. And then after that, you can kind of let it just do its thing.
Wow.
What do you think about the idea of leadership in a church realm where you're working with a lot of volunteers?
Wow, that's actually a great question.
Yeah.
I did not think you were going to do that.
Yeah. And do you know what? Didn't even know I was going to ask it.
It did seem like you were coming up with
that.
I
was like coming up with...
Yeah. In the church realm, I think that it's a very, very tricky situation because I play keys, you play drums, and I think it'd be hard to say to you, yo, those, like if you play bad, for example, you're a volunteer. So you're not like paid to do drums. You're not paid to go to practice, take that time. I think it's like 2 hours of your time, and then on Sunday take your time there. And it, like, if I don't rub you the right way, you're gonna get mad, and you're going to not want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a very tricky situation when you are working with volunteers, but I also think it's great because if you can lead a group of volunteers, I think you could lead anything because they don't have any, if you can motivate people that don't have any like payments or getting paid or have any motivation in that, and you can lead people into anywhere without, dude, I'm losing my train of thought, but I'm like trying to catch it as it's leaving. So I'm like trying to catch like little glimpses. But I think if you can lead a group of volunteers, I think that you would be considered a great leader.
Yeah.
And I think that with with that being said, I think that it'd be hard to lead that kind of thing. I think you need just specific qualities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, let's name a couple great leaders right off the top of the head.
Okay. Your father. Why are you laughing?
Oh
my gosh, I don't know if I might have known what you just thought of.
No, another great leader. I think another great leader. I was thinking that.
That's what I think you were thinking. Yeah. He was a great leader, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
He just did bad things.
Yeah.
But why though? Why was he a great leader? How did he get so many people?
Who do you think is a great leader that you're talking about right now?
I don't think he. Okay.
Who do you think is a
I have
fantastic, amazing leader?
Your father.
No. That you were just laughing about.
No.
Thank you though. But
we were both laughing.
No.
Also, why did you say thank you?
Because it's my father.
I didn't say you.
Because it's my father.
Yeah. If someone compliments God, I don't go, thank you.
You can't be grateful that your God is amazing?
No, I think I said it as... Okay, anyways.
Your girlfriend's splendid. Oh, thank you.
I don't say thank you, though.
See?
I go, yeah, she is.
Thank you.
No, don't say. Anyways.
I'm a big manners guy.
So this is... You actually are. I think... Okay, for example, Braedon was bringing up the guy Hitler. Okay, hold
Run
your
it
horses.
back. When did I say that?
Hold your horses.
When did I say Hitler?
You said it when you did this. That's what you said.
I didn't say it.
Okay, for example, Hitler. I think this is a very touchy situation. This is very touchy, but
he's a great orator.
That's the thing. But how did he get so many people to... Maybe we shouldn't talk
Do you
about
really?
this, dude. Maybe we should not talk
Everyone's
about
right
this.
now like listing off all these other great leaders that actually did something beneficial to the world, and we're like only talking about the one that everyone like that's killed millions and millions and millions of people.
Yeah. Do you think that's crazy?
We need to think of a different leader.
Martin Luther King.
Like Lionel Messi. He's a great captain for the Argentina team.
Okay. I don't know. He's won one World Cup. Gotcha there. You know who's a great leader? Mbappe.
He's won one
He's
World
won
Cup.
2 with France.
He's not won 2 World Cups.
Fact check me. Let's say he did. I don't know. I don't know if he scored 2.
Okay, guys. So this is like our first installment of, trying to pick a topical conversation and be serious with it. But that's not who we are.
Yeah.
We're BC Pro.
Yeah. But at least we tried it.
Me and Caeden Productions.
Yeah. Caeden and I.
Yeah. See, I knew that. I knew he was going to say
okay.
that.
Let's just say some couple good things about leadership right away.
Yeah.
I think you need good qualities. I think you need to be able to be a good listener. I think you need to be able to compliment. I meant to say communicate, but I think compliment is a good one too. Empowering with compliment. I think you need to communicate well. And I think you need to show your vision and live out your vision so other people can buy into it. For example, like your dad, Pastor Rob, I think what he does so well is he is such a team player, and he's such a great team player that he can get people to get on with what he's talking about. For example, and also not having a vision that's so far-fetched. I think if you're like, hey, our vision is to conquer
the world.
Wisconsin. I wasn't even going to say that, but like we're going to conquer Massachusetts. We're going to conquer Philadelphia, or where we live, New Mexico. And it's like, that is so hard to get attached to it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's not even. But I think what your dad does so well is he is little by little, hey, let's do this Beyond campaign, and gets people to buy into it, and then gets people, because his vision, first of all, he shows his passion. He believes that what he's doing is led by God, and God is going to take control no matter what happens. Also, he absolutely cares so much about McGonagall, cares so much about the people around him, that he wants everyone else to have those same feelings. You know what I mean? And I think he communicates it very well. And I don't like to say the word buy-in, and I know that I've kept saying buying in. It's more of like, when you give your vision, people also have that same vision. You know what I mean? I'm going to use that instead of buying in, because I feel like buying in is like he's trying to convince us. When in reality, your dad doesn't do that. We have our own options. We have our own choices, but he has such a great vision that why not? No, I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what do you think great qualities are?
I think what you're kind of saying earlier is just like actions. I think actions speak louder than words, and have a leader that is willing to do whatever and give all his effort and work ethic into something. I think that bleeds down into the people that are amongst the group. And I think it starts off like leaders come out of, they rise above others. And they rise above others within the group because of their passion, because of the vision, because of the work ethic, because their attention to detail. And it kind of elevates them to the point that the others around them understand and respect that this person is taking it to another level.
Yeah.
And that this is a person that you want to follow and be around. You know, you always hear like the 5 people that you're closest with, that's who you become. And it's like, amongst that group of 5, are you going to be a leader within that group of saying, hey, this is acceptable, this is not, this is what we're striving for, this is what we're working towards as a goal. Like having that, what's that when 2 people like keep accountability partners? I think all that builds into a person, into a leader. So I think the people around you, I think showing, like doing more, like having actions speak louder than words. I think someone that is like driven, ambitious. I think it's also someone that is very charismatic, like is great with working with people. Yeah, I think you don't really ever unless you're in the business world. I don't think you ever proclaim you're a leader.
Right.
I don't think that's a title. I think it's a thing that happens when you notice that, you know, you're kind of pushing the trends, or you're just doing things that people want to be a part of. Yeah. It's not like a hierarchy or like a leadership role unless you're in that realm. Right. But it's just like someone that they are confident in who they are, and other people take notice and understand that they can be confident in themselves too. Mm-hmm. You know?
What would you tell someone who maybe feels like they have the qualities of a leader, but yet somehow, or like they might be going into a position of leadership, but they're struggling with a couple things, or want
What's
to
your question?
So, for example, if I wanted to become a leader, but also I just don't know how to refine the tools I have.
Yeah. I think asking the question, how do I become a leader, is like, that's a problem.
Okay.
Because why? Why do you want to be a leader? You know what I mean?
Right.
For the status, for a title, for your own, what's like, just to be proud of yourself. I think that's a problem. You're asking yourself, how do I be a leader? I think, how do I be a better person? How do I like be a person that like can help motivate others or help people? That's what a good leader helps people. And that's what pushes them to that spot, because they're great at helping people and caring for people, putting other needs first, that they then get that in return, but maybe they're lofted a little bit higher. But I think if you're asking the question, if like, how do I be a leader? I think that's wrong. I think you need to work on yourself, make yourself better, and serve others. Okay. Serve others, and then whatever comes your way, that role, that opportunity, then that subs into it. But then by the time you get into that leadership role and you've served so many other people, it's not he's our leader, he's better than us or whatever like that. And I'm not saying this is anything you're saying. This is kind of me just ranting. But those people have lifted their respect level and their perspective and their reputation, the rapport with that person that has put them in a situation like that is someone that when they say something, I can back that because he's done so much. They've done so much for me. I want to help them and do stuff for them as well.
You like
build. But that is like in the realm of like a group of people.
Yeah.
Now, when you get into business world and like different like roles, I think it still applies that you need to be a servant and help others. But I think taking the initiative and going above and beyond, underselling but over delivering, like that puts you in a spot to be a leadership. But you gotta be confident in yourself. You gotta be able to learn how to communicate and talk and learn how to empower people and make people feel good. Like all the stuff you were saying. Yeah. But I think a big thing is like serving others. Yeah. I think that's what makes a leader.
I actually really like that you said that because I heard a couple things. So I think that Jesus demonstrated that. He not once said I was the leader but everyone followed him. Obviously he did say, come and follow me. But also the thing that he did when he was when you said, come follow me, he had followers, he had people knowing who he was. I think when he had that higher status, and I'm going to say like that, I think that what he demonstrated was he still was serving. Like that was what he was doing, was he was just serving. He was seeing how to help people, and he was just serving them. That was like his biggest thing, and I think that is going along with what you're saying is, God was literally just serving people left and right. Yeah. And I think the second one is, I heard if you want to be a good leader, you must first have to be a good follower. And I think that's important because I think, some people can just be thrown in as the leader, and like what you're saying, people are like, oh, it's like at what level do people view you as the leader? Do they view you as just the title? Do they view you as, oh, I have a connection with him? Or do they view you as, if I have a problem or if I have anything or I buy into or I trust them, that's like, is that the leader level that you want to be at? And I think
it's helping, serving, and I think you serve them, they're going to be like, I want to help him out. Yeah. I think that's what kind of like the perspective of leader comes from. Like, that's someone who I would want to help out. Right. If they want to get this done, they feel like this is a good way, I want to help them out. Yeah. I think that's a way to view leadership.
What do you think a couple things that people do wrong when they get into that leadership position? Like, for example, if someone's like, they're like, I want respect. That is like the thing that they demand. I want to be respected. And they go into that leadership in that mindset. How can I get them to respect me? What are like some do's and don'ts when you do get that leadership position?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think the demanding, but also I think a couple of the don'ts is when you get into a place, I think you should understand the people that you're around. When I was put in a place where I was the communications team leader, I understood that I didn't know everything. That was like the biggest thing I found out right away. I don't know everything. So I chose your girlfriend because she's absolutely smart. She's intelligent. She knows exactly what to do. She has that like mindset. No, thank you, huh? So
thank you. I thought you were gonna continue.
And I chose her, and then I started picking the rest of the team because I knew that they had better qualities in what the job was to be done. The job was to get things in, have designs for them, and then we were like the funnel. So we'd get information, create forms, create like flyers, create videos and stuff like that, and then we sent it out to all the other people or like the congregation, stuff like that. And so the first thing I was like, I need to first find my right-hand man, someone who, and when I pick my right-hand man, I never think that I'm above them. I always think I'm with them. Like I'm with them. Like with Kenzie, I was with her. Hey, what do you think? Okay, let's do that. Or, hey, what do you think here? I'm not sure, so sure. Like, it was never me making the final stand, unless I needed to. And then the rest of the team, I was like, okay, we have to create graphics. Who is great at graphics? Because I stink at them. And so I started finding people who I had a connection with, and some people I didn't have a connection with, but I just knew their talent, and I knew that they were going to excel in it. And so I built a connection with them, because I never want to be, I think another don't is be a leader that is untouchable. When people can't touch you or speak to you or give you anything or give you critiques or anything, I think that you're missing out on a lot of things that you could learn. And I chose these people, and I built connections with them, and I empowered them, and I didn't want to be, I definitely delegated a lot of everything, so because I only did the stuff that I was good at, the videos, and I was just stuck on that. So I think A is be touchable, be understanding, and know and build connections with people, and empower. I just love them. Like I can look back at that team and I go, I absolutely loved that. It was so much fun. Yeah, there was times that was a little bit stressful, but I thought that it kind of brought more excitement. And it also was fun getting to learn, to know people on a deeper level than you wouldn't. So I always look at it as an opportunity to meet people and just have a great connection with them. What is like a position that you've been put in that you were like, okay?
I was a Jedi Master. The YMCA. That was one of my leadership positions. That was just a flex. I'm not going to talk about it, but I just want to let everyone know. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Only certain people understand that? Like your people that you've taught?
That?
Yeah. I know where that's from.
Star Wars, dude.
I've never seen Star Wars. I've only saw a couple like old ones.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Droids?
In my head, he has an accent.
Okay.
No. So, as a teacher, I think you are in a leadership position.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so especially in the area I work, the demographic, a lot of students, it's important to build a relationship. So
That's crazy.
You kind of have to find the balance of being there for them, caring, building a relationship, but then also being like that disciplinarian. I don't know if that's how you say that word, but like be able to keep them on track and like understand that there is a respect thing. And I am the teacher, you are the student.
Yeah.
But being those things is like very much so like, they teach you as a teacher, or they don't teach you, but you get told you don't need any more friends. They're not your friends. So you have to have that separation.
Yeah.
So when you talk to them, you have to be very professional. You're not trying to be buddy-buddy. But it is important to build a relationship with the students. And it's pretty cool to find a place where, you have a student comes up like, I'm going to hit a PR. Mr. J, did you see that? Or like, it's good. You have this back and forth, but then you understand at the end of it, it's like, listen, these are the roles, and when I ask you to do this, I'm expecting you to do this. Because a lot of them need that structure. So I think to take away from that, my profession, and put it into like a tip is just be like very relationable, and like have that relation between them where you know about their life and you can go back and forth, but like understand that like, there's a level of respect going both ways. And that's where a teacher to student. But if you guys are both adults or whatever, you just have to let them know that it's understood that there's respect going both ways, and have a relationship with them. So kind of like what you were saying, like you're not above everyone else, but like, you kind of carry more of the responsibility.
Yeah.
That's like a weird thing I was just saying there.
No, that's good. I think that's really good too, because as a teacher, you're dealing with like underdeveloped brains, and so they don't know everything, they don't understand everything, and I think they enjoy doing what they want to do. So I think being a teacher, I would say is one of the hardest jobs, because you have to get everyone on the same track. Imagine, and they're different classes each time. So like one would be 24 students. You have to make sure everyone is paying attention. And I bet that's exhausting and stuff like that. So I really liked what you said. My question, did you have more to say on that? My question to you is, I think that everyone could look back at their high school like years and then go, this was my favorite teacher, or college years or middle school or whatever. This was my favorite teacher. I hated that teacher. What is the difference between those two? What did they do differently?
So going through all college and everything like that, we hear stories. And like the biggest thing that people hate teachers or have a disgust for school and education is because just choice of words.
Oh.
And that's what also creates. You can pretty much ask anyone in the world who is your favorite teacher. Mm-hmm. And it leaves a mark on them. And the reason why there's that difference is because of the choice of words of this is why you're never going to be successful. That's something that could be said. Or on the other side is like you can achieve anything you put your time in. And I definitely try to take the opportunities to talk to these students, especially in the life that they're living, that they can achieve anything. And I've had some great conversations with some of them being like, if you go out there and work hard enough, that you can be great. And I ask them like what they want to be. And it might be something simple. It might not be anything great. But I go, that is awesome. That is great. Make sure you work hard. Make sure you achieve your goals. Go after it. Take the time, study. But then you have the students that they don't want to do that. But then also it's about perspective. I may have talked about this before, but like there's a lot of students, there's a lot of schools and a lot of demographics and cultures that like they come to school and they're the bad kid. They're the kid that has problems. They always cause problems. They have behavioral issues. They make scenes. Yeah. There's disobedience. But you have to understand, a perspective to have is that at home, they're the adults. They have to work 40 hours a week. They have to pay the bills. So when they come to school, that is the only time they can be immature, have no responsibility, and goof off with their friends. So I think another thing when it comes to leadership is perspective on who you may be working with and kind of changing your tonality, changing the way you speak, changing the way you come at situations and opportunities and work with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I forgot what your question. Oh, the favorite teacher, least favorite bad teacher, whatever. But I think that's what creates education, like those memories. My thing with education, I've explained to some of my classes, education, high school, all that stuff, all the kids don't like it or whatever, they don't be. Education is there to help you create your mindset into critical thinking, to problem solving, to expand your mind and stretch your mind in a way that you would not receive if you did not have education. Now, education could be you reading a bunch of books. Education could be going out like a trade and learning on the job. But for people and students that trash on education, yes, the school system is not the greatest. There's a lot of flaws. There's a lot of things that don't do well. But the culture behind the school, if you have a superintendent, if you have a principal, if you have the teachers all on board with the culture of pushing lifelong learners and pushing to chase opportunities and to be great and be something on. Someone said that teachers, this is their role. Their role as a teacher, this is what our job title should be, is this thing right here.
Way to fill in the space.
Oh my goodness, I didn't write it down. I remember it. That we should say as our job title is an elite task force. That their mission is to go in and work with students to break the poverty cycle. That's what a teacher is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We want a poverty cycle is a place where, education correlates with success.
Yeah.
Again, education doesn't have to be a degree. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a degree. It doesn't have to be like what you see sitting down at a chair, all that stuff. But education, building your intellect, being a lifelong learner, that leads to success. And success can be defined in many different ways. But the goal of teaching in education and high school and all that stuff is so they learn basic things about themselves. They're able to expand their mind. They're able to develop their critical thinking, their problem solving, to be able to explain and I'm not doing great, but explain their thoughts and put it on paper, paper and pen, being able to communicate it to someone.
Wow.
And that's what is important to it. And if you can really, as like a leader, get them on the same page and have them understand why.
Yeah.
Whoever is within the group, if they understand the why, then you have a greater response. You have a greater effort. You have a greater motivation, greater passion to achieve whatever the desired outcome is.
Yeah.
So it's like teachers, like you have the poverty cycle of less education, and then low income jobs, and then having a family, and then the family doesn't prioritize education, and then they get lower income jobs, and it's a cycle, it's a circle. And if you want to break that, you have to really establish the importance of education and being well educated. I mean, I sound so dumb when I'm talking about education.
Dude, you have to establish
the importance of being well educated to achieve greater things, to push on, to set yourself up in a better situation. And so I think another role, a quality, another trait that a leader should have is being able to explain the importance of why. And that's what I try to do in my classes. Like, the reason why we're learning about this today is because of this.
Wow.
And you want to take this and apply it in your life.
Yeah.
A lot of things you learn in math will not be used. But to have that mindset, to be able to break down where's the sun coming from off a building because of the shadow, and you take the math, like, yes, you don't need to do that. But like, it creates this development in your brain of comprehension.
Right.
And understanding concepts and developing strategies and just being able to work with people too.
Just opens the mind.
Yeah. It pushes the mind. Like, as you get older, they talk about it's important to read. It's important to do things like Sudoku. It's important to do puzzles. Like, it keeps the brain fresh and thinking. It keeps you motivated. Like, and developing and being creative. I'm kind of going off a rant. But teachers, my favorite teacher is Miss Hanlos.
No way, really?
Miss Hanlos, you're awesome. Thank you so much for everything. She actually was awesome because she was in my speech class and my public speaking class and my debate class. Now, I've heard from other people that maybe she wasn't the best in English or in other stuff, but in those are two electives. I love those electives. Actually, I didn't have to take all my English credits because I did both of those and I got a full English credit. I love those classes. She was super cool. She pushed us beyond our boundaries, and it was just a lot of fun. Yeah. She was chilled, laid back. You know, you took the time, you debated things in debate class, and you took time to research and look into the stuff. Like, I'm a Phi Ed, physical education and health teacher. If I wasn't that, I'd really love to get into like public speaking. Now, I have things to work on myself, but just to create like fun activities that push them outside their boundaries, and also like public speaking is like the number one thing in the world people are most afraid of, and be able to like kind of break that to build confidence, to give the people, empower them with the ability of speaking to others and communicating their thoughts and sharing their perspectives and opinions and their thoughts and passions. I think that'd be so cool. But she was awesome. She was great. She actually, I talked to her a lot about like if I were to take a teacher role, and she was explaining like all the cool things about it and stuff like that. But she's really cool. And I was younger in that class. Like, a lot of juniors, seniors were taking that. I think I was a sophomore, so I was like kind of the kid in the class, and like I felt like she really took me under her wing here and there. And I also did pretty well, I would say, in those classes for speech and debate. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You're great at debating.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite teachers. I have other one. Miss Pickler is awesome. Miss Tessendorf. Who else? I think that's pretty much it. I have some other cool ones, but those are like three people I know off the top of it. Mr. Franklin.
Is it because they like made connections with you?
Yeah, they built a relationship with me. They were very cool, and they're awesome. And yeah, it was nice.
Wow. It's amazing. I never realized that there's so much in teaching and stuff like that. So education for the win, baby.
Yeah, it's important. And then, like, for example, we had a guy come in he's a great leader, I would say. The way he talks and communicates and can have his passion flow off of him, and you be filled by his passion. He's great at storytelling. Storytelling is also very important. He was talking about how when COVID happened, him and his family, they're well taken care of. They're well off. But he prioritized his daughters with education and pushed it. And he goes, yes, I know I'm in a different boat compared to another person where this mother would take her kids to Taco Bell, and they would sit right outside of Taco Bell because the Wi-Fi was strong. And then she'd like set up a little thing for them so they could work on their school every day. Because that was the only way they could do school and during the COVID time is because everything was online.
Wow.
But then his daughters, like, they're graduating from the highest classes, best schools in the country, doing very, very well. But it's like the importance of education. And again, education can look different. There's like that picture of where it's like you have all these animals, fish, monkey, hippo, bird, dog, all this stuff. And it says climb the tree. It's like the monkey can climb the tree. And there's certain animals that can climb a tree, but there's a lot of animals that can't climb the tree. And they're saying that's what education is, but education can look very different. It's important to strive. And I like the whole thing about, do you need to go to college to be successful? No. But also, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you want to be a firefighter, if you want to be there's roles in society where you need to be educated. And maybe education is not the best system or the best quality, but there's importance. And like another thing they were talking about, it's like this guy was in his family with lawyers, with a doctor, and with education. And they go, oh, lawyers are best. And they're like, no, doctors are best, the medical field. And he goes, you couldn't get there without us. So, and that's another reason why I kind of got into teaching is like you have the opportunity for a very fulfilling job to be able to have an impact on the future generations. Like, even though I'm at one school and I do come across hundreds of kids and maybe I'll reach and connect with them to 10, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hopefully it's not that. But over time, maybe you can kind of establish like your thoughts and feelings. I'm ranting about something totally different from leadership, but I guess to tie it back to leadership, I think if you build relationships, I think if you establish respect, I think if you serve, I think if you give them a why that they can back and that they can integrate into their own life where they can see a vision. I think those are all great qualities of a good leader.
And I want to say this last thing about leadership because these were supposed to be the shorter ones, but we're also goofy and we finally got to it. I think that everyone is a leader in their own way. And I think that even if you don't think you're a leader, you are. Someone is always looking up to you. So I think that all of these things that we were talking about is very applicable. You got me.
Topical.
That's my new favorite word. But I think it's very necessary to understand your position and just be the greatest at it.
Yes, be a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
And it can be anything you're interested in, but keep learning. Because if you're not keep learning, what are you doing?
You're a donut.
You're a donut, dude.
You're a donut.
I like donuts. No, you're broccoli. But they're nutritious for you.
Yeah.
You're just
cold.
You're a stale chip. What are you doing, dude?
With no seasoning.
No seasoning.
No
just
seasoning.
Stale chip. Stale Rice Krispie.
Rice cake? Oh, Rice Krispie.
A stale rice cake. People don't even like those.
Yeah.
People only eat those for like because they're low, like stuff like that, and then it's stale.
Yeah.
Don't be disgusting. A stale rice cake.
Don't be that.
What are you doing?
Don't be that.
What are you doing?
Understand.
Be a lifelong
expand your mind. Everyone has beautiful minds.
Fuel your curiosity.
Babe! Well, do you want to end it or... No,
you got it.
No, I got it.
Why would you ask that? That's when you just go...
It's because...
Thank you, you two.
Well, that...
What base say pro?
Well, that was episode 16 of BC Pro. A little bit of segment of leadership. We apologize that it took us a little bit to get there.
Took us a little bit. Hopefully, if you're watching this far, write down something you learned and what you don't want to be called. We said stale chip.
Yeah, like what is like one of the worst things that someone could call you? But like not like idiot or stupid.
Yeah, like it has to be a food.
Yeah, it has to be like a food.
What's something you wouldn't? What kind of food would you not want to be called?
Yeah, that would really
write
bother
that
you.
down in the comments, and then also write down something you learned.
Yeah, and we're gonna try it again because I think that once we get there we're good. But hey, we're here to fuel your curiosity. Turn on those post notifications. Make sure that you comment. Wesley and Nikki are fighting for who's first and second.
They're great.
They're doing great. Hey, shout out to you guys. We love you guys. Jayla watched one of our podcasts.
No.
Yeah, she even commented.
No.
She said, "Don't tell Jayla." Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's insane.
She probably didn't even watch the whole thing. She probably watched that part.
Yeah, she probably did.
Someone
but
told
I don't
her.
know.
Anyway.
I don't know. But hey, we're excited to see you on episode 17.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you next episode.
Should we start saying that? We'll see you on episode, and we just not number.
Come back, sit with us at next episode 17.
Episode number.
We'll see you in next episode.
Number 17. See you on the next one.